Last we left off, your short rest was interrupted by a small shuffle by the door, a small goblin beckoning you to see its master about a truce. The Farum wanted to make a deal. They had been expecting your arrival and, having read the book of Agathra the Mad, knew it was fate in the many different iterations of its future. Knowing that no instance had everyone making it out alive, the party, battered and bruised and tempted with a large hoard of wealth to leave the Farum to their dwellings, was tempting for most, except Riker. He stood on principle and would not allow the creature to live while also harming so many others and initiated combat. We now resume the Farum slain. All of you kind of huddled in the room, recovering from your wounds. Some of you digging through the trove of treasure, which, if you need a refresher, is still listed a little bit up in Discord.
I found it.
What do you all do?
Well, I need to look through the loot again.
Bunch of gemstones, a whole bunch of gold.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so, I guess. Are you okay?
It was touch and go there for a hot minute, but thanks to Ren's fast thinking, I'm fine.
Well, thanks to your cure wounds, I don't have a broken ankle anymore, so
The
we take care of each other.
firestorm's still in here, right?
Yeah.
A hot minute. It's still hot in here. Gods.
It is a little toasty in here for sure.
I think as the adrenaline kind of like drops and we feel like safer, Arcess wants to go over to Riker and actually pull him in for a hug.
Riker is just in. So Riker, his arm is still broken, still in like a sling, and just shell shocked. Doesn't say or do anything.
Yeah. So
He's probably gonna come out of the room, look everybody over. Riker, swear to God, that was one of the most reckless things I've ever seen you do.
Not looking at you, looking right at the ground, does not even acknowledge your presence.
Got through it, and well, perhaps. And I'm gonna take that golden crown and I'm gonna put it on his head. Perhaps you are the king of the moment over here. So.
I mean, he was the only one brave enough to do the right thing in this situation.
Riker just like slowly takes the crown off, just like looks at it for a second, and just like.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you were saying, John?
No, I was just gonna describe it, but you can continue on.
He just kind of like puts it on the ground, slowly like gets up and just says, "Can we just go now?"
Almost.
Make sure everyone's all right and we got what we came for. Yeah, I think we can.
There's one last thing we gotta do. Or I have to do, I guess.
What's that?
And you can
I don't think
see
you can burn that body.
Arv standing up and starts walking back towards these stairs in the stone throne. And he looks back at all of you for a moment. And you can see, even without an insight check, a sort of pain washing over his face, but not like a physical pain, but an emotional one. And he says, I could have never expected this type of outcome. I could have never expected to be in a position with all of you on a journey to save the world. I know you might have all considered me too stiff, too harsh, unwilling to break the rules.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And we survived this day. We'll just hit one more day. And another day. Another day.
Boy, it's hot in here.
He takes the book and he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, Sammy. Travel north and only look at this book when you absolutely have to. And he takes one last look across the rest of the party. Thank you for everything. And he bolts through this back corridor and up these stairs of the room that had been revealed after the Ferrum had died and the illusion dropped.
Did he give me the book, or is he still got
Yeah,
the book?
he gave you the book.
I look down at this and I look back at them, and I'm gonna bolt for Arv.
Okay.
Arv can't outrun the rogue.
No, he cannot.
This is
I
true.
would think.
This
Where's
is true.
everybody going?
Let me pull up. I'm gonna give him his full
Doesn't
movement.
he have a broken leg, or is it a broken hand?
He had a broken leg.
I think one of us healed him.
Damn it, guys! Why were we so kind to him?
Let me see. Okay. So
I mean, he's giving us the. I'm so confused.
Yeah, right? Brother, what?
That's why it's a good thing Sammy's going after him.
he'll get to that
Arv
point.
is
Standing in
her.
front of the corpse of the beast, with her carving knives out, looking at it.
So I've got a full, 90 feet of movement on him, so.
Be careful for traps.
Give Sammy the book, leaves, refuses to elaborate.
Yeah. Pretty standard day.
Yeah.
Sounds like John's just tired of paying an NPC.
No.
If Sammy
is he
chases
right?
after Arv, I'm gonna give him a bardic, just in case you need to do any kind of tackling. Or however you'd like to use it.
As Sammy, you quickly catch up to Arv.
Well, how the rest of us are just waiting in the room for you to come back. It's just like
It'll be fine.
You can see that a wall opens up, and what you're, let me double check your token and make sure that you're seeing what, okay.
I see him and this wall right now. And something else.
Yeah, something else in the distance, okay.
Yes.
As Arv is standing there, a blue glow kind of washes over him, and it's flickering. You can hear the sound of cackling energy in the background coming from the room. And
Where are you going?
I read the book, it told me that the only way that you were all going to get the echo of Netheril and make it back safely was... I had to come back here. Don't follow me, please. And he kind of takes a step out onto this balcony. And from over the edge of this balcony, you can see a large expanse. Half of the room kind of caved in from when the crash originally happened. Rubble scattered about. And you can barely make out, floating, some 50 feet away, an orb, probably 10 feet in diameter. A large, massive gash with energy kind of crackling out of it, just erratically. Arvis talked about the Mythalar before. But this isn't the way that he described it. And you can see that this large gash in this crystal-like ball is the source of this crackling energy, overflowing, unstable. This is the only way. I'm sorry, I have to see this through.
Is this? What do you mean? Throwing yourself into that?
I'm not throwing myself in. He takes a 5-foot step out onto the edge of the balcony. And as you look and he gets closer, it is a large drop, 30 feet down. And you can barely see it's 30 feet up. This room, much, much larger than what this Mythalar appears to be.
Look, we don't have to read this now. Maybe there's more to it.
It's too late. I already
Maybe
saw
you
it.
missed something. Maybe you misunderstood something.
When you look at the book, don't read it. Won't make any sense. Instead, think of a question. The way will reveal itself. Through visions. That's how I know this is what I must do.
What is this? You're running away?
And he kind of extends an arm out a little further over the balcony, looking at you. It's just gonna be a moment. It'll be okay. You should step back. And he closes his eyes. What do you do?
Let the man who thinks he's got a destiny about himself go about and just do it.
Brought to you by Nike.
So do you step back, though?
I stay 10 feet away from him. I'll move closer.
He reaches a hand out, further extending his arm over the balcony. Eyes closed, squinting, and you can tell at this point he is trembling. The energy,
At this point,
go ahead.
I'm probably gonna, seeing him trembling, I'm probably gonna take the step forward and make the grab for him.
Okay. There's no check. You grab him.
What are you doing? You're not even sure what you're doing. You're not even confident.
When you grab him, describe to me how you grab him.
The collar of his shirt and I just pull him in close. Like, I'm not letting him go.
Okay, so you grabbed at the collar of his shirt. You didn't, like,
Yes.
wrap him up.
No.
Okay. As you grab at the collar of his shirt, his arm still extended, and you kind of yank him. As his arm kind of flails up, losing balance, a large arc of arcane energy off of the Mythalar, jolting towards him. Bright light encompasses the entirety of your vision. You feel this overwhelming sense of magical energy transfer through Arv from the source that your skin was touching his neck as you were yanking at his collar, just from his hand coursing through his body and slowly making its way into you. For a moment, you were blinded, and as your vision comes back to you, Arv looks at you. Who are you? Where am I? And Sammy, you feel different. A type of something at your core has changed, and you can't quite put a finger on it. But it feels different.
I'm Sammy, Sammy Toro. We wandered here. We were looking for this book. You found this book, gave it to me, and then you ran here. What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where I'm at.
Okay.
I don't know who you
Look.
are.
Look. Just... And I'm gonna soften my grip on his collar. Like, let's relax. Let's step away from the ledge. And let's go back. We can figure this out.
You see him looking at his hands and looking at his clothes, but willingly follows you. The arcane energy still zapping in the background. You can hear the snap as the arc kind of jolts out away from the clearly destructed Mythalar.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder then and pull him away from the ledge and begin guiding him down the hallway. And I'm gonna take one last look at the orb. And I'm gonna guide Arv back.
He willingly walks with you down the dark corridor. The broken stone stairs kind of shifting under your feet as you go down. Clearly broken from the crash.
I'm gonna do the old making sure he knows who he is, see what he doesn't remember. Remember your name, you know what day it is, that kind of stuff. Like I'm trying to figure out, like,
Who's the current president?
Do we know what day it is?
He doesn't know.
Doesn't know who he is?
No.
And when I come back down the hallway, I'm gonna look at everybody else in one hand, Arv in the other.
About time.
You can kind of see this look of horror on his face as he's stepping out into this large stone throne room, the spiraling flame in the center, and probably most disturbingly, this flattened creature, its limbs yoinked
Turn
off.
him around a little bit for
John?
a second.
I did message you something.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to turn him around, be like, "Oh shit, the giant monster that's slain in this room!" Like,
Are you
There's not a
gonna
goal
cut this
in
creature
here.
and try to cook it?
just don't freak out. There was a monstrosity in this room, and through all of our effort here, we put it down. So it is dead. So you don't need to worry about it. But
Did you guys find anything cool back there?
Arv, why'd you run away? What's going on?
and any mention towards Arv, he doesn't respond by name. But as he hears you all talking in their general direction, he just kind of looks over at Sammy, expecting you to respond.
oh, they're talking to you. Your name is Arv.
Did he eat something funny?
Sammy, you're free to respond too. If you found something cool back there, I'd like to know about it.
Oh, thank you for your permission. I appreciate that. But,
I think he did find
Yes.
something cool.
no. Not cool.
Bad.
The very opposite of cool. And I urge incredible caution going down that hallway.
A trap.
No, maybe. I'm not sure.
Cube.
Ran across Arv's, and I look at Arv. Mythalar, I think. A giant orb in the room, and
That sounds really cool, Sammy. How is that not cool? Isn't that the thing that helped keep the cities afloat? That's amazing.
it's not behaving right.
Well, yeah,
And-
the city's not floating.
Well, it lashed out at Arv, and now he's
A little dazed.
doesn't know who he is.
Physically unharmed, it looks like.
It lashed out. It hit him. I thought it was a crystal.
Some sort of energy within it, and it's unstable. It's
Yeah. You look all right, Arv. Are you all right, Arv? Let me see. And I go up and I start kind of like fussing about with him.
He is
He's
very
fine.
timid. You coming up.
Same old Arv.
this is Herc. You've met Herc. You've worked alongside him. And I point to each and every single one of you. We have Arsis, and we have Ren and Riker.
Sammy, are you okay? Have you forgotten who we are?
I don't think Sammy's forgotten.
So Arv doesn't remember everything? Arv, come on, we were
what it
just in
sounded
here.
like.
We came here to get your book.
I don't know
Where's
what
his
you're
book?
talking
Give him his
about.
book.
I'm gonna hold on to it for a moment.
Well, maybe it'll help jog his memory. Clearly, he's out of it or something.
Maybe he's got to sleep it off, like a bad trip.
It's just we need to take it easy on him.
Where are you taking me?
We're going into the desert. It's not going to be easy.
Well, not right now. Right now, we're gonna go somewhere safe. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go somewhere safe. We're gonna sort all this out, and everything will be okay. It's probably just a magical who's a kabumbum that has got you bamboozled at the moment. We'll take you to a cleric, something like that. Surely there's something on the way out to the desert. Yeah, that's all. It's going to be okay, Av. Don't worry. Just know you're among friends, and we're going to a safe place. Right? Right?
I suppose that's the plan.
Yeah, we can find somewhere safe to start.
But man, what a wild experience you're having right now if you really can't remember anything. I can't even imagine what that'd be like. Damn.
And he's just wringing his hands.
Arv, what is the last thing you remember?
And he takes a deep, I don't know, like he's trying to swallow, but there's no moisture in his throat, and it's just getting hung up, and he's breathing heavier. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know anything.
You remember the city? What's the name of the damn fucking capital? I forget the name.
Suzail.
Suzail, thank you. Do you remember Suzail?
And he looks at
Remember your
you.
father?
You can see the frantic look in his eyes as he is searching, like looking for any sort of clue, any grasp of anything, trying to peer into your mind to snatch the answer from you, because he doesn't have it.
All right. Look, just gonna sit down. Gonna breathe in. We're gonna breathe out.
Say,
We're not going to try to remember anything, but we are going to answer any questions you have, and hopefully that will help you, or hopefully settle you.
And he kind of reaches his hand up to his throat and looks around on his body. Water? Something to drink?
We can do that. I think, and I'm gonna
I'm
look
sure
through.
one of
shit,
us
I'm
has.
a water skin. Please tell me I have a
Right.
fucking water skin. I have a water skin. I have a water skin. I'm sure there's some water in there. I will pull my water skin off my pack.
Hold
and
on.
I will.
Which one of you actually, like, I feel like somebody in one of the other rooms filled up their water skin with, like,
wine.
booze.
Yeah. Didn't I get some wine?
Oh, was it Herc?
I think
Okay.
it was me.
Okay.
I don't think it was
I
me.
can't remember, but I remember it was
I
somebody.
thought maybe a few of us.
It's a Herc move.
I mean, wine is basically water for orcs, so it's all good.
There you go. Fantastic.
It's honestly, it's got antioxidants in it, and it's good for you.
Okay.
And it helps jog your memory.
Oh,
Antioxidants?
nice.
From all my experiences drinking too much of it.
Usually
Some
it helps
do
you
drink to
forget.
remember.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give Arv my water skin.
Rin offers, like, maybe we can help him sit, and she, like, points at the throne, like, there's a comfortable place.
It's made out of stone. It's made out of stone.
Well, it's more
It's a
comfortable than
seat.
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This entire time, I'm attempting to skin the beast.
I don't know about any of you, or if
So
anybody's
I'm, like,
mentioned this yet.
Elbows up in this thing's viscera and guts.
Yeah,
But
give me
it's
a.
kind of hot in here, and steamy from Arsis's.
Let's just go
Oh,
to
God.
the horde and sit down in there and collect the stuff that we can take. And
What kind of roll did you want, John?
questions?
Survival.
And it's further away from the fire.
Mother.
I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about that.
And I will begin guiding Arv to the back horde.
Okay.
I'll be hovering over Sammy's shoulder, like, give him his book. Remember, he gave it to you and then he ran out? Maybe his book will help.
Hark, I'll talk to you about the book.
Since Herc's complaining about how hot it is in here, Rin's going to cast. She's just gonna pull anything out of her pack and cast Prestidigitation on it and make it cold and hand it to him so he can like cool himself down.
It's piece molded bread, isn't it?
Maybe. It might also be like a little piece of soap or just anything.
As I'm guiding Arv over, I'm probably going to shout over my shoulder, if anybody wants to help me with my ring, greatly appreciate that too.
Arsis, as you're assessing this body, kind of looking it over, you end up settling on a course and you start at the mouth, the wide opening at the front of the beast, and you kind of carve in, finding the backbone and dig right along it. And then on either side, start peeling back. And for as limp and fluid as this creature was, it is surprisingly bony on the inside, but it's actually helping guide your knife along the bones, just kind of sliding it as it's peeling back the skin, and you are able to, from mouth to tail, get a perfect Ferrum skin.
God, that's gonna make a great purse.
I'm thinking maybe cape, but yeah. I'd like to tan it and
Onesie.
turn it into a piece of clothing.
Leather cape. Spooky leather cape.
Ferrum leather cape.
Okay.
Why is this soap so cold?
I made
it's
it cold.
With magic?
Yeah.
You know, I can do that too with my button.
Yeah, but I can do it all day.
Ah, I still got a button out of it. Cold soap, anyone?
All right, as you sit in this room, resting, gathering over the trove of treasure, what do you do? How long do you stay here?
I don't know if we intend on taking a long rest in here, but
I believe we already technically took a short rest.
Yeah.
Any questions that Arv would have, obviously, I would answer as mostly honestly as I possibly can.
Mostly.
Honestly, I'd like to take a couple
Now, what
bones
exactly
as well.
happened, Sammy?
Okay. A lot of the bones that are part of the body are much, much smaller. The largest bones are probably going to be probably the back row, or I'm sorry, the front row of teeth, and then also like his arm bones.
I'll take some of his teeth.
Okay.
But
You're able to do so.
okay. When I finish all that, Miss Rand, would you mind maybe helping me with this viscera? My hands are dirty.
Yeah, I can do that. And she Prestidigitates that all off.
Fold up
soap.
the skin, put it in my pack.
With the cold soap.
You could do actually 3 at the same time, so the soap's still cold.
Hell yeah.
I think I want to wander over here and see what was going on up here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look up here to see if there's an exit. Does anybody else want to come?
No, wait. What if you lose your memory too, Arsis?
I don't plan on it.
I guess that just means she shouldn't go alone.
Right.
Yeah,
I
we should
can-
probably-
I mean, you remember who you are. So for two
Yes.
of us, so
I-
it's risky.
I can go with, and we can keep an eye on each other.
I'll
We
go watch
promise
over
we won't
Sammy
touch
and I.
any glowing crystals, okay?
Do not.
No.
Nope.
That's key. That's key.
I don't think we can come out the way we got in, so we got to find another exit.
Oh,
I guess it wouldn't. Well, I shouldn't say that, but let's hope it doesn't hurt to take a look.
well, if
Okay.
it does, you won't remember it.
I have a question for you all.
Okay.
Was there, I guess mostly for Arsis, was there something that I described that made you feel that you could not get out the way that you came in? Or is that just from your experience getting down and the dangers that it took for, like, the rocks falling that made you feel that you wouldn't be able to get out the same way?
I was wondering.
I
that
mean,
too, but I missed
it's a
the
pretty
last question.
steep, rocky, unsure climb.
Yeah, 200 feet straight up,
Right.
uneven surface.
And the fact that the Goblin King is not expecting us to come back up is making Narcissus feel like that's a bad idea. So for those 2 reasons, like one, Riker's got a broken arm, he can't climb. Who knows what the goblins are if we show up out of that. So yeah, those are that's what's going through my head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's perfectly fine. I just wanted to make sure that that I
It's
didn't.
a viable last ditch option.
Okay. Yes.
But
All
not
right.
an ideal one.
Okay. All right. So you and Sammy venture back.
Me and Riker.
You and Riker. I'm sorry. Venture back up the broken stairs. As you get to the top, you can see glowing blue energy, erratic. Across the way, as you get closer to the balcony, you can see another balcony, same height, another door on the opposite side. This ball of arcane energy in its purest form, floating 30 feet above the ground, hovering right in between you and the other balcony.
Door. I'd like to step out as far as I can safely not feel the magic. Like, if I start to feel any sort of crackle or any sort of like intense magic, anything, I'll step back. But I like to get out as far as I can on that ledge to see if there's anything else I can see.
Okay. Yeah, you can step out there.
Okay.
Okay.
This area is all just wall then.
Yes, technically it's rubble that I didn't add assets for, but yes, it's like a cave-in on that side. Looking at the room, give me how do you inside a room? Give me an investigation check. Either both of you independently or one of you
Or I'll give
with
Riker advantage.
potentially.
Yeah, I can roll investigation.
I'm sure your bonus is better than mine.
Probably.
Hey.
That
Yeah.
much.
Mine's a 0, so we made the right call.
Stepping out onto the balcony, looking at this orb of arcane energy and seeing its close proximity to the rubble that it had collapsed. Riker, you get the feeling that this orb used to be much, much larger. Maybe even encompassing the overwhelming majority of this room, but the way that rubble is very, very close to the gash that's in this orb, you get the feeling that this is the remnants of the Mythalar after the crash of the floating city. And it is very unstable.
Riker just like kind of putting the puzzle pieces together will like take a few steps back, and as he's stepping back will like relay the information to Arsis, and just end it with, I don't think we should go anywhere near that.
I agree. That's just not the way out. Maybe there's a place we missed.
If it is a way out, it's probably one of the most dangerous ways out of here.
I don't think we explored the whole catacomb.
Probably not. I think there's at least some places we missed.
I'm trying to think. I think there might only be like... Yeah, you're more than welcome to explore around.
Well, not until we get everybody. We know what this place is like.
Right. No, for sure. Absolutely. Some of the questions Arv might have as the other two wander off. When do I get to go home?
I hope soon. We're not exactly headed back to Suzail.
Do you remember where home is?
If you don't, you don't have to remember.
I understand the concept of home, but I don't know.
What about magic? What does that word do for you? Does it get you going a little bit? Get the heart beating? Maybe the ticking going on up in the brain there?
No. Should it?
You're a wizard, Arv. Well, at least.
Herc, take like 2d8 psychic damage for that, please.
Oh my god, I think we all just took psychic damage for that one. Fucking hell.
Wait, hold on.
Oh God.
Okay, I take 7 psychic damage from that. That was bad.
Shit.
And Arv responds, I'm a what? A wizard.
Wait, hold on, I'm doing it again.
Stairs. Right before you went up those stairs.
Another 3.
You're a famous wizard, too.
Well, technically his dad was too.
Father, yes, something like that. He's very important.
Your book there. And I'm going to point to his wizard book. I don't know whether it's on his left, on his right, in a cool holster, anything like that.
Oh, his spellbook, yeah.
Yes. I'm going to point to it. That's what you use. Oh, pardon me. To focus your ability.
I feel superior to everybody else, yeah.
Flips it open and scrolls through. And you can see his brows kind of scrunch in, intensely focused.
Does any of that make sense to you?
No.
You studied at the university for 20 years or something like that. Learned all sorts of different magics and things.
I
Spells.
look at your book.
He hands it over, yeah.
Pull up the first page, see if there's any sort of writing about, like, hey, this is Arv's book, the sort of Autobiography. Fuck, why am I
yeah.
having a problem?
Autobiography.
Autobiography.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm having struggles with that word. Autobiography that he might have written about, hey, this is who I am, this is my shit, this is where I'm from, blah, 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 blah.
Or a diary.
Yeah, that's the very first thing that I was thinking of, like a little kid's diary. This is the property
or-
of Arv.
Uncle.
Or
Best
maybe he was
day ever!
taking notes on the trip and the
Written
campaign.
in crayon.
I have bright red hair and beautiful eyes.
Unfortunately, in his spell book, you don't find anything like that. It is very. I guess you wouldn't necessarily know how organized it was, but all of the notes are incredibly detailed for each spell, listing out
For his
components.
wizarding and his
Yeah.
wizarding only. So, okay. Do you mind if I hold on to this then? I don't want you to lose it.
He can hold on to it, right?
I don't.
It'll come back to him, Sammy.
I
Just
hope.
give it back to him. Just know that that's important to you, okay? So you don't lose that. All right? For however long this takes, wherever we go. Hold on to that.
Back his book.
And he takes it and kind of holds it close to his chest.
What other stuff you got? Let's see, that's your sword.
Arv,
Some
actually, hold on.
rations in your pack.
You have John. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't he have a wand of restoration on him? Some sort of restoration?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Do we know which wand to look for?
We'll just
I
have
mean, I
to try
know
all of
we've seen
them.
it before, but
We'll just have to
One
try
of them
all
will
of
work eventually.
Yeah, Ganrahast gave it to him after using it on the folks who were infected, and he had kept it in his robe. Yeah.
We've seen that wand.
Mhm.
So, I will, as calmly as I possibly can, because I'm excited with this revelation that just came to my mind. There's a wand, a wooden stick, about yay long, and I'll describe what I remember of it. It's somewhere in your coat. Need you to pull it out. Don't want to rifle through your coat while you're wearing it. That's.
We're all friends here, Sammy.
I'm not gonna rifle through your shirt. Look for something. I give him the opportunity to.
If there was a termite in there, I'd appreciate the help.
Would you have a termite in your shirt?
I don't
Not
know.
made out of wood.
A wasp.
we're getting off topic. Arv, are you able to find that?
And he kind of opens up his robe and reaches into one of the pockets and feeling around and like digs his arm in deeper up to about mid forearm and ends up pulling out 4 wands.
Right, well, we just needed one.
They all look alike.
Not exactly alike, no.
Am I able to discern which one is the restoration wand?
Give me a history check at disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
We're so good at these.
Does that bardic inspiration still hold? Has it
Sure.
been less than 10 minutes?
Nah, I don't think that's gonna help.
You can-
D8, brother!
You can certainly try.
I'll throw it on there because it's about to. I'm sure that inspiration is about to go.
Yeah.
All right, there's a 10.
Okay. I'll say
Now-
I'll say that you feel relatively confident that you can tell which two it is not.
Way to use our
Not.
50-50. Now,
This is
now let's
great.
ask the audience.
Wait, are you gonna phone a friend at the very least?
So seeing how Rin is probably the closest to an arcane caster between us,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to give her, if Arv gives them to me, we'll ask, can I see the two wands? And then, if he does, I would give them to Rin. And I would tell her, look, I don't want to hurt Arv. So, just try to use what wand you think is the restoration wand.
Riker, do you remember which one it is? You're always picking out
We're not.
Riker's
We're
in
not
another
there.
room.
Riker's not
Oh,
there.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Riker would know if he were here. That guy's always picking out little details and things like that.
Oh,
So
use...
Rin's gonna take him and try and figure out which is which.
All right, yeah, you can do the same thing, but this will be the last one that I allow for a history check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh my.
Um,
Oh my.
Rip the disadvantage.
And you can't inspire yourself.
Nope.
yeah. Unfortunately, it was so long ago. It was just a brief moment.
So I'm gonna step out of the room because if it happens to be a wand of fireballs, I'm gonna make sure that nobody else is caught in the crossfire.
Well,
Okay.
we know that the restoration wand has 3 charges. I remember that much. So I can fire once at nothing in particular, I guess, and see if it does damage.
Do that.
And if it doesn't, then I'll
we don't
assume.
know. It could be a wand of curses. It could be. We don't know what Arv had on him.
Well, it's one of them. We'll figure it out. And he'll probably be fine anyway. I feel like we're all fussing over.
Do any of you have a wand at all?
I have incense.
I mean, Riker does, but Riker's also not there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I wanted to know if having maybe attuned to a wand or something like that, or having used it, you would innately know the way that wands work. But if Rin has never used a wand, I will allow her assumption that it only has 3 charges to stand.
I remember Ganrahaz saying that it only had 3 in a day. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna.
I'm gonna stand away from everybody.
Yeah.
Go over here.
Rin's gonna aim it at. Oh, she's gonna
Aim it at
kind of
me.
stand
Aim it at
back.
me.
She's gonna aim
Aim
it
it.
at you.
Yes.
I was
aim it
gonna
at
go
me.
for Gabi, but okay.
Well, if we won't know anything if Gabi is hit because Gabi is dead.
Hey, I can undo the harm if it hurts you at least a little bit.
That's fine. I don't want to concern Arv with this.
Wait, why don't? Oh God.
Herc, you stand back
okay.
in case it's a fireball or something.
I will say this. As you are standing there, wand pointed at Sammy, trying to decide what you're supposed to do, Arsis and Riker. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I keep wanting to call Riker Sammy today. Arsis and Riker come back around the corner.
Yeah.
Arthas, Riker, come here, quickly.
We
Stop them from killing each other.
we come back and like Riker sees just Ren pointing the wand at Sammy, and Riker just like puts his hand on it and says, "Well, what's going on here?
Oh, good, you're back.
Are you trying to kill Sammy?"
No, we were hoping to cast restoration on him.
Wait a
By-
second, do you remember who you are?
Yes, Mr. Herc,
Okay.
I know who I am. Wait, so you just thought to use the wand randomly in hopes that it was a wand of restoration?
I mean, we knew that he had one, and Sammy knew it was one of these two.
I mean, can you think of a better solution, Riker?
Right, Riker just kind of like goes over slowly. I'll take a look at them.
She willingly hands them off. This was stressful.
And you see Sammy just go doing one of those hunched over on the knees things, like.
John, so can I ritually cast Identify on these wands?
Yeah.
I will do that.
Okay.
20 minutes later.
I'm so curious what you're gonna make the other one be if I cast.
Wait. Yes. Question is, how would you have determined how Ren would have casted the wand? Would you have made her roll a d2? Then you would have determined it from there?
Probably odds or evens.
Yeah. Odd or even.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Riker just like slowly will take the wands, flip a switch on his mask, and I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay.
Kirk's gonna go look at the Mythalar because it's hot in here.
You've got your soap.
I don't know how
Pull
long
down your
that
little
lasts.
neck.
As you're identifying it, the first, actually, I guess you're ritually casting. Okay. The first one that you identify is the Wand of Greater Restoration. Would you continue to identify the second one?
So after he identifies the first one, he just hands it back to Ren. This is the one you want.
Okay, thank you.
Now, but he is curious what the other wand is.
Okay.
I gotta know.
The other one is a Wand of Fear.
Oh, okay.
All the more reason why you needed to cast it on a living thing and not Gabi.
Yeah, fair.
Right, just holds it. He's like, "Oh, this is a wand of fear. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still not something you want to just cast willy nilly, I suppose."
Well, I'm glad that we didn't have to try.
Well, we can use the wand of restoration then, and that helps Arv.
Okay, Arv, I want to ask you something. Would you like to have your memories back? I don't know if this is going to work for sure, but would it be okay if I try this on you?
He starts breathing heavily. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. You can try.
Okay, thank you. And she's gonna try using the wand. She's gonna like gently like give him a nice shoulder pat and step back and see what it does.
Okay. I'm looking up the wording of it.
gonna use the bathroom right quick.
No, you're good. Do your thing.
Not allowed. Back here.
And Sammy just has power word kill cast on him. Oops.
I gotta say though, as he's coming back.
He'll get to hear
God
it
has
later.
to say it though for legitimacy's sake.
And as you all look at Sammy, he suddenly explodes in a cacophony of organs and blood.
Jeez.
Okay.
And you said this was greater restoration, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As you cast the spell, you can see the energy flowing over Arv. And he's looking at you, and you can tell that he's looking at his body as he feels this wave washing over him. But as he looks up to you into your eyes and says, "Did it work? Is it done?" You can safely assume that it did not work.
But I don't think it worked.
You remember all our names?
Well, that stupid book is supposed to know the future and what to do next. Maybe it's got the answers in it.
You're Herc.
There it is. It's all back.
That's all you need to know.
That's the
important
thing.
This is.
Well, it proves he
pointing
can
to
at least
Sammy.
make new memories.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know who Sammy is? Do you remember coming down the stairs with Sammy?
Yeah?
You remembered my name, but
Hold
not
on,
Sammy's
did
name.
you... I thought you went to go look at the Mythalar.
Yeah, but he said he was like going to be checking on the wands for 20 minutes. Like I figured I could like
Oh yeah,
go
the
up
ritual
and
cast style.
Was there anything
Come
that
back
you
down.
wanted to do besides just look at it?
just peek at it and get spooked by it. I
Okay.
was going to say something about how scary it is.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And try to remember stuff to make sure I hadn't
Big and
forgotten
blue and
my
scary.
memory.
Yeah. Okay.
So because I never said my name.
Yeah, he didn't
picked it up
remember
with
your
a-
name.
Yeah.
Are you sure that was the
You
right
did say
wand?
your name, actually. You said, no, I'm Sammy.
Yeah, but I mean, he remembered my name, but not Sammy's name. It's it's not a big deal. He's
Yeah, I
Getting
mean,
lots of
you're
things,
you're quite a bit different than everybody else. Maybe
It's
a
what
little
you
bit.
get with a high charisma.
It is true.
Being an orc.
Are you sure you used the right wand?
Yeah. It's what Riker identified.
And he doesn't look like he's afraid, so it's not the wand of fear.
Yeah.
Look, all right, we spent too much time here already.
I know, we need to get out of here.
Let's just take a rest. We're gonna go someplace safe, Arv, and we're gonna rest and we're gonna figure this out. And I'm sure it'll come back. Maybe you just need to take a nap. Maybe you just need to take a nap.
Yeah, maybe this will all wear off in 8 hours or something.
Yes, that does tend to seem to be the time limit.
Tend to seem to maybe.
It seems to tend to, yeah.
Usually, occasionally.
Autobiographical,
Seems to tend to.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to tend to seems.
And he responds, I do feel exhausted. My body aches. I don't know where some of these cuts and bruises came from.
Roll Tide, we've been fighting. You're a war wizard. Ah,
You've done some very impressive things in battle.
We'll talk about those later. Just Rest up.
Hey, why don't we go to that waterfall area?
We could probably rest there
That
if
sounds
we needed
great.
to.
It was nice and cool over there. We could bathe a bit. Take it easy.
If that's what you want to do, Herc, do that.
Well, I'm not gonna force you all to go there, but I think we should stay together.
I feel like you just want to leave the fire, so let's just gather everything up that we have over here.
You like the fire?
I don't mind it.
Boy,
It's
well, I'm
nice.
looking to you in the desert then. You're gonna be leading the way for sure.
It's fine.
After all, Sammy's got the book now.
Oh yes, what does the book say?
Look, so Arv, when you were, or Mythalog reached out to you and said not to read the book unless you absolutely had to. You also said that when you read the book, have a question in mind. The pages aren't necessarily written out. Why am I even asking you? You don't even remember.
Well, why don't we ask the book a question then?
See, I already said we should check the book.
Well, you can just ask it a question and it'll
That's
read
what
it
Sammy
out to you.
said.
But
Not all books are like that.
why would Arv then go to a source, the Mythalog, to have the energy wipe him? I don't know.
Why don't we ask the book?
Just concerned that something in the book that we're not thinking about. Oh no.
You lost me. Have Riker read it.
We can spare him.
As you're sitting
Oh, we can
here,
also spare you, Arsis.
Totally out of character.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just like, why would you volunteer Riker to do it?
'Cause he's good at fussing things out.
Riker's only been the one that's been
Translator.
keeping everybody alive the entire campaign. No, we can spare his ass.
No, dude, it's okay if I die. Y'all are fucked.
Everybody else dies, and that's
Yeah.
there you go. End of
You're
Is it a
campaign.
just rerolling a
dangerous book?
cleric is really what it comes down to.
Ew, that's disgusting.
I'm beginning to wonder if it is dangerous. Riker.
Yeah,
You inspect things all the time.
I've been
I
saying.
suppose.
You suss out anything about the book that doesn't appear evident? Mainly what I'm asking you is if you can detect a curse on the book.
Not a cleric.
I mean, I can try what I did with the wands, but there's no guarantee that it'll give us any more information. But I suppose it couldn't hurt to try.
My only concern, and I'm addressing everybody now, that this book, when somebody reads into it, causes them to do something abnormal.
Maybe knowing your fate or knowing the answer to your question also comes with a caveat that I don't know, it makes you insane, lose your mind possibly.
Like
That's
Arv.
what I'm afraid of.
Ooh.
But I can inspect it and see what I can find.
Be careful.
Just to make sure.
Riker.
Don't open it. I'll give it to you closed, obviously.
Yeah, Riker will take it, and John, I'm going in for another identify.
after you spend about 10 minutes looking over it, it is a book with some very, very strong divination magic associated with it.
Is that all I get?
Yeah. There's no, like, there's no spell to be known. There's no item to have, like, the name of. It's just extremely powerful divination magic.
All right. All right.
Like, when you say extremely powerful, do you mean like ancient, like great magic shit, or like standard, like normal wizard casting shit?
If it was just
Divination.
a normal wizard casting shit, he would have been able to identify it. This is like
10th level shit plus.
not even necessary. Every magic comes from the weave, and that is in like its truest form. This divination magic is in its truest form.
Yeah. Riker's like looking at it, like studying it, and then it just, like overwhelmed by like the pure amount of magical energy in this book, and just like immediately chucks it on the ground. Okay, I've
Hey.
never had that happen before.
Careful.
The
I'm
aura
gonna-
that it was letting off was almost like intoxicating to the point of sickness. The light that was like washing over you, that only you could see, this bright white, but also weaved in with it this dark, insidious nothingness.
Yeah, after throwing it on the ground, Riker is just like, okay, excuse me for a second, and he'll go into like a corner, like lift up his mask, and just yak up a bunch of vomit.
Okay.
Gonna very carefully pick up the book. It's sealed.
Standing its
I-
turn.
I'm not sure if we want to mess with that kind of magic. It's the most powerful I've ever felt.
I'll
by
tuck
far.
it into my pack.
Riker, one moment. As
Okay.
you walk over to a pile of rubble and you evacuate the contents of your stomach onto these rocks, and as you're sitting there like contemplating what you had just seen and watching the vomit flow down, you look over at the waterfall. And with your passive 17 investigation, something clicks into your head. That waterfall hasn't stopped. But this pool isn't very big. Where's that water going?
Oh.
And in your mind, you think, it has to be going somewhere. There is water around Gwarch. A giant lake. Out
Full of-
in kind of at the edge of the desert.
Human-toothed fish.
Maybe it leads out there. You're not certain of it,
Yeah.
but with a 17, that thought crosses your mind. Carry on with what you were saying, but that is
Yeah.
something that's in the back of your mind.
Yeah, so after Riker just says that, it's like, the hamster wheel starts spinning, and like things begin to kind of, I don't know, work in his head. And he's like trying to look for like a source of water to almost like clean out his mouth. Looks to the big waterfall, and notices exactly what you said, that the water isn't rising despite there being a waterfall. Kind of curiously, he walks over. Is there like a hole that all this water is like getting funneled down into then?
It does appear to be that way. It's not necessarily down, but more so at the back, directly behind the waterfall. And you can even see a little bit of an opening above the surface of the water.
Guys, it's just like video games. It's always behind the fucking waterfall. But just like Riker is staring at that for a second and says, guys, did anyone else notice the opening behind the waterfall?
Well, I can't say I was paying a lot of attention to it before.
I mean, I've been looking for creatures trying to follow us.
Fair. I think that might be a path we may want to follow. This water's got to go
the
somewhere,
waterfall?
right? Oh, was that Herc?
Yeah. Up through the waterfall?
I think he's thinking down through a hole, maybe in this pool.
Oh.
Yeah, there's an opening right behind the waterfall, and Riker will point to it.
How's everyone's ability to swim?
How deep is this pond?
About 30 feet.
Arthas is gonna stride over to Arv and take the rope that we'd used on Sammy and put it on him instead.
Do you remember how to swim?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Well, why don't we find out before we start swimming down a hole?
Is the pond big enough to give Arv rudimentary swimming lessons?
Yeah, you could certainly try.
All
We
right,
can also
Arthas-
tie a portion of the rope to Arv and to Herc.
Just hope he holds
And-
his fucking breath.
Yeah, pretty much. What's your con mod? Not Herc. Arv.
Arv. Yeah. Yeah. So Arthas will lead Arv to the water in probably not the most gentle way.
Hold on.
Well, I'm
It
just
is-
checking
it
to
is-
see if the
it
boy
is-
can swim.
Get his clothes off and make sure that we don't
Hark,
get
we're not
this
all getting naked before we go through the waterfall.
Well,
Arv.
it certainly helps.
He's gonna have to let the clothes on.
First,
You could leave a
Your
little bit
cloak.
on, but yes.
if Arv, give me your cloak. And
Bag and the book and
Arthas will try to teach you to make sure you know how to swim.
Okay.
And I'll walk him through like the basics like you would a child.
In the meanwhile, while I if Arv gave me his cloak,
Yeah, he did.
Feel from the
I will
infirm.
go through the pockets,
Okay.
and I know what the restoration wand looks like,
Mhm.
and I know what the other wand looks like.
Hmm.
But I will pull the other two wands
Okay.
and just kind of like tuck them into my stuff.
Okay.
The DM will remember this.
It's fine.
One
Yeah,
of those is gonna explode.
I'm
I mean,
gonna have
fine
to.
to-
we should have them and use them.
Look, I'm just saying, one of those wands is definitely power word kill, so careful.
Right.
Great.
I'm just frustrated he didn't use it on the thing. And that goes for most anything that we've run into so far.
I'm putting 2 wands into my inventory
Just the word wand.
that have yet to be identified.
Um. Okay. Yeah, I'll just have to make a note in my notepad that you have them now. Okay. Me. Got it. Okay. Give me what sort of check do I want to have you make? Give me a performance.
Performance? How about a sleight of hand?
No, not you of stealing his fucking wands. I'm talking
I
about
was
them
about to say,
teaching
like, what?
Dude,
Te-
he has
teaching
to put
him
on
how
a
to
show
swim.
to steal the wands.
Wouldn't it be survival?
I'm helping.
Like, in my mind, the reason why I say performance, and you can try to give me a different one, is that there's one thing of survival of knowing the knowledge, but being like, you could be as
Teaching
smart
it.
as you want about a subject, but if you don't have the charisma to be able to display it and show it, then it's not gonna
Nope.
translate very well to teaching somebody else.
All right, if that's what you want, do I get at least Herc help?
I mean, is Herc in the water helping?
Yeah, he
Yes.
said he was.
Yeah, then yeah, I mean,
Less eyes on me.
yeah, you can.
So you can
All
roll it
right.
with advantage.
I
Or I
know.
could roll with
No,
+6.
I'm doing the actual teaching. It's a whole 7.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not good at it. I don't like kids, okay?
You're not great at
Arsus,
teaching
you
at
gotta-
all.
You gotta be more patient. Arsus.
yeah,
Just
in,
get your
he
head
just-
under the water, Smush.
He
He
starts
doesn't
drowning.
remember anything.
Pulls.
yeah,
Can't be afraid.
yeah, it is.
He's
It
like a
is.
newborn babe.
It is the equivalent.
Not going well.
Yeah, it is. It is a major struggle. And like, eventually, just sitting there, his red, disheveled hair just kind of draped over his face. It's hard to tell whether or not it's water dripping down his cheeks or if it's tears of frustration. As he finally says, I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think I can learn anything.
Don't worry
'cause you're
about
not
it. Don't worry.
listening.
No, it's gonna be okay. Yeah. Just
All of a sudden, I'm reminded of a video that I just posted in the meme chat.
So, I mean, Arvis is simple. Baby ducks do this instinctively. You should be able to figure this out.
come on, Arsus. What, you're telling me you just jumped in a river the first time you saw it?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But you had other experiences that made you the kind of person to do that. He doesn't have anything to draw on.
Well, he's gonna have to figure it out real quickly, or we gotta have to leave him behind. This is the easiest, best way out, as far as we've found so far.
Well, pressuring the lad to death is not going to do it.
Oh, I'm sure I'm pressuring him to death. I mean, it's a life or death situation. He'll starve down here.
Oh, we're gonna be all right. Everything's good. Arv, hey, 2 thumbs up. All right, don't worry. I'll get you through this.
And so, in kind of an annoyed, like, huff, I'm gonna swim over to the waterfall and take a peek behind it. Because I'm
Okay.
already in the water.
Looking back there, you can see what appears to be an opening of a small cave entrance. And as you kind of swim up to it, looking into the darkness, you can see the water rippling, the shadows that it's kind of casting along the cavern wall. That's probably only about, I don't know, maybe 7 inches above the water's surface. And it goes back less than your vision. Your dark vision, 60 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably gets back maybe 20 or 30 feet before the cave wall appears to either descend or has a jut down, but
How deep's the water in this area?
if you swam down, you'd probably see that it's about 20 feet. It's about the
Okay.
same depth as the rest of the pond.
Okay, with my superior swimming skills, I'd like to go to the edge and kind of get a breakout of what's going on and the best way down and start to analyze that.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Are you
I'm probably
going
gonna
back
want
there at
to-
all? Like into the cave?
Yeah,
How far are you going?
I want to go all the way to basically the drop edge. You said there was it dropped off, right?
Oh, well, the ceiling dropped down. Like, I guess if you went underwater to see, you would notice that the ceiling came down, but the height of the floor did not change. And it
Okay,
doesn't
so it
come
is
to
fully submergible.
what's fully submergible.
So so is there breathing air in the cave, or is it just like water all the
Oh,
way?
it eventually goes to a fully submerged. Like you would eventually have to swim underneath of the drop in the cave height.
Mhm.
Let me show you.
Meanwhile, I'm probably going to implore to Herc that I need to be part of this chain as well because I am a terrible swimmer.
What? 2 of you? Gods.
Well, not a lot of opportunity to swim.
Not a lot of opportunity to swim. Where did you grow up? Oh.
Let's not talk about my past a little bit.
Went to his hometown. We know where he grew up.
Yeah, I know. I guess.
All right, very crude paint drawing real quick. This is what you see right now. The right-hand side is where you're currently at. The cave wall descends down, and there is water. You don't know what's on the back side until you swim underneath of it and peep.
Okay, so essentially what I want to do is I want to scout ahead. I want to see if this is actually swimmable. So I want to dive under and basically hold my breath for as long as I can to see how far out it is.
Yeah.
Since
Go ahead.
Technically, I do have a swimming speed equal to my walking speed, so
Okay.
probably the best swimmer here.
Okay.
I had to guess. Outside of Arb, he's amazing.
How far do you want to scout? As far as you can?
Essentially, I'm just gonna take a really deep breath and then just go as far as my breath will give out, and then or not all the way till my breath gives out, but when I'm about halfway and have to come if I have to come back.
Yeah. No, I get you. Okay.
I just want to explore.
So as you are, you dip down below the cavern wall that descends into the water, and swimming a little bit further, you decide to try to stay as close to the top as possible with kind of even your hand as you're moving primarily with your legs kicking, propelling you forward, taking your hand and trying to rub the surface of the ceiling, trying to make sure if there's a pocket of air that you will find it. And you find that the wall does seem to be, the ceiling does seem to be of varying heights, and there's actually quite a few different spots where you can stop and reach up and sometimes even get a full head above the water and take a deep breath. It seems to be that way for, I don't know, probably 3-4 minutes of constant swimming. You would be able to find that. So you don't know how long this is going to take, but as of right now, so far, you feel, you feel fairly confident that.
So I don't want to be under the water for too long, because I don't want them to worry about me. So I would figure after like the second pocket of air, I would turn around and go back.
Okay. Alrighty.
And then I tough out of the water, red hair, stringing all everywhere.
Yeah.
Wet or crying? Just like Arv.
No, I'm not crying. But I do think that this might be a viable way out. There seems to be plenty of places to stop and take a moment.
Sammy doesn't know how to swim.
What? The ash? What?
I'm very sorry that there are very few opportunities for swimming in my area.
As much as I'd love to see you give him some swim lessons as you did Arv here,
I saw those lessons and
alternative.
I saw those lessons. I don't want any part of them, thank you. I think a rope tied to you and then to Arv and then to me, or to me and then to Arv, would be far more preferential than swim lessons.
Me?
Yes, tied to you.
So you want me to drown with you? I appreciate that.
No, I want you to pull me along.
And Arv?
Yes.
I
I get the
actually
basic
think
idea
that-
of it.
That Herc has a point. I think we probably should split up the chain, because if somebody gets caught or somebody panics, it could mean downfall for all of you.
I can do it. Maybe I need to rest first. I can do it.
I don't know how long that cave got. I mean, I could try to make it all the way to the end and see how long it takes. If you all want to wait.
I don't know what makes the most sense at this point.
I think
want
it
to be
might
out
be
of here,
better
but
for those who don't know how to swim if they know what they're getting themselves into. Only if you're comfortable with doing that, though, Ms. Arsis.
I'm a strong swimmer, and have a good sense of land. I'll go as far as I can. I'm just not sure. We're pretty exhausted. Almost feel better if we waited till tomorrow.
I think that'd be smart.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's get some rest.
Do you stay
Should we
here
try
in
to do
the damp?
watches?
I think so.
Yeah, in the damp.
I think being in the heat would be much more enjoyable at this point, since some of us are soaking wet and half drowned.
Prestidigitation. 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 You don't have to be wet. You can be dry.
Yeah.
Ammonia's a thing.
Was there any things? Well, I could go back to the treasure room and we could probably take some of those boxes to make a fire. The first treasure room, not the second one, the one with the food in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we could.
It's not even that far from here.
The floor is
Yeah,
stone.
there's
you just have to
food.
worry about smoke.
Well, we've got the open column.
Yeah, I guess if you made it right there, you might be okay.
Yeah, no, I take the boxes from the treasure room, bring them
gotcha.
to this area.
Yeah, you
make a
could absolutely
fire.
do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's not hot box ourselves, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah.
One hell of a peaceful night.
Kind of destroying some of the boxes, you're able to come back with plenty of wood capable of keeping a fire going.
Was there food other than just that crazy meat?
The mystery
stuff?
meat?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Veggies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they
Mention
were
that.
like
bad.
there was some
Potatoes.
yeah,
wait,
there
John,
was some potatoes.
any hardtack? Because that stuff never goes bad.
Yo, that's true.
I just want some nasty ass, dry ass biscuits.
Yeah. Just like
So you
50
think-
old
Lewis and Clark.
sailors.
Was there something wrong with the vegetables or anything like that, or?
No, not that you saw.
No, they're just
Okay. Yeah, I
vegetables
got
that need to
grab
get
those.
cooked. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so.
I mean, we already know, Herc, that you are a fantastic chef. It's a shame that Art forgot how good that sandwich was.
Don't remind me. That's something I wish the Mythologue could take away. Oh.
Are you gonna
I mean,
attempt to make a new sandwich with a new mystery meat?
He's gonna make a stew for us.
I'll just
Wait, hold on.
Hoping. That's basically what I'm encouraging him to do. Is maybe if you try making a new stew with the
gruel.
vegetables in that room.
Oh, dude, I still have a tincture with the meat slime in it.
Yeah,
Why?
you do. Just we're gonna inspect it.
I
at
was
some point.
curious, so I just took it.
Yeah.
Let's
You'll
not
see.
put the mystery meat slime into the food that we're about to eat.
Hey, human tooth fish was an amazing sandwich, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the Goblin King liked it. I'm glad I didn't try any.
All right. What am I adding to this?
Got potatoes and carrots and mostly root vegetables.
At least you can make a good stock. Got plenty of veggies there. Also, John,
Efficiency bonus, so
John,
plus
I need
3.
to talk to you about your method in which we were dressing down the Ferrum, and how you talked about like taking off the skin and everything. I need to talk to you about that later on.
Well, Arthur just had a thought process that goblin meat might actually be okay.
Look,
She might say that out loud.
I don't know how to fucking I don't know how to fillet random ass things. Okay, definitely not. Have you ever filleted a
mythical
sock?
being.
Have you ever filleted a sock?
I filleted a fish before.
Okay.
So is anybody react to the goblin
Yes,
might still be
I
good.
look at you
Just
with, like,
Wrecker looks at you
no.
like eyes wide, like.
All right.
I see your eyes behind your mask.
All right. I just, we just don't. We waste not in the forest. Usually take every part of the animal.
Goblins aren't something that we normally feast on.
I don't mean to step in on your cooking, Herc, but maybe I could taste it and help a little? And she bardic inspirations him.
Oh, was that survival you're cooking?
Yeah, I will take it.
Yeah, you will.
D8.
To one comes.
Well,
At least it's over a 10. That's
You know,
good.
and maybe now it's at least edible.
Well, it's plus that 8 is plus should be plus 3, so it's 11 plus the 3 from the D8.
Oh, okay, there you go. Perfect. All right.
So 14.
So it's edible.
yeah, it's
Should be
decent.
edible.
Hopefully.
Oh wait, I think you rolled a 9, so is it a 9 plus 3, which would make it 12?
We've got a negative one to
because I have a
survival
minus
though.
1.
Oh, okay.
So hold on, what's your total?
14.
14.
And how did we get to 14?
Cooking proficiency. So
Oh,
you
cooking
rolled
proficiency.
surviving.
Gotcha.
The
Yep.
cooking, he adds proficiency bonus for the cooking, and then Joseph, do you know how to add a skill into the skill tree in D&D Beyond?
No.
At the very bottom of that particular box, there's a little where it says skills, and there's a little cog. If you click that, you could add a cooking skill with your proficiency on it.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean if you
so you
add a
mean-
custom skill?
Yeah.
So I can
Look.
add rope tying to my skill tree.
Only if you're
Ew.
Fantastic.
proficient. No, I'm kidding. You could add it
head
even
out
if
to
you're
the gutter.
terrible at it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is perfectly fine. This is going to even taste better than average. Like
So just
making do with what you had.
Survived.
Yeah. Also, just kind of being exhausted and wanting to get to bed, but also wanting to get some sustenance. You're not cooking with as much passion or enthusiasm as you did when you were, having the goal set on, pleasing the Goblin King. But this, for what it is, it tastes good. Like Herc is definitely establishing himself as a good cook.
It's all, yeah. Thanks, Rin. I'm stressed out.
It's been
Exhausted.
a hard day.
The great cookmaster's
No, I
roll there.
just wanted to test
it.
the roll.
Okay, maybe I should change the name.
You're able to
Off.
go ahead.
Eat up. You're at least alive. Don't remember everything, but hey, what a story, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I just remember
Yes.
the big blue ball of energy and the fire, all the treasure being practically drowned out here.
Well,
You're fine.
She means well.
well, look, you're already building back up yeah.
I'm not hungry though. I think I'm just gonna
Come
sleep.
on.
I
This'll
just-
help. I'm a good cook.
Arv, he actually is a decent cook. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to eat a little bit before we tuck in for the night. And I hand him back his cloak and his spell book and everything, all rolled up into a bundle.
If you're not hungry, it might be a good idea to at least keep your liquids up, get something to drink.
He just kind of nods and takes a few bites and then just kind
Take a
of,
couple of bites as well.
yeah.
And kind of lay by the fire and just stew in my thoughts.
All right.
See what you did there.
What do you all do?
Well, I suppose we should set up a watch just in case.
I'll take the first. You will get yourself some rest, and I'll wake you up next. How do you feel about that?
That's fine, I guess.
I can take third.
I can take fourth.
Versus you just get ready for the
big
long
swim.
ahead for you.
Yeah.
Okay. First watch. Give me a perception check.
As I'm keeping an eye on things, I take my armor off.
Sorry. Before we go to bed, can I go to
Oh, what
Arv?
the fuck?
What the hell?
No, I want to like
What?
make sure. Oh, was there something
No, go
else
ahead.
or?
No,
Oh,
go
you're good.
ahead.
We're just giving you a hard time.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say, like, I just wanted to like let him know, like, hey, you trust us, right? We're all friends. We're looking after you. Now it's dangerous out here, and you don't really probably remember. If you don't remember how to swim, you probably don't remember how to fight. Now there's stuff out there that can probably kill you. So just stay here. Yes.
I think you're scaring the guy.
Well, he should be scared. You know his state.
I can magically sleep you to help you fall asleep if anything what was
Yes.
said is made you nervous here.
Yes, Rin could just, and you're out.
I'll look at every single one of you again. I will tap my ring one more time.
I don't know what
like-
that means.
5 more times.
Well, oh, okay. I do have a second level spell slot. 1. Okay. I'm going to list off some spells. Let me know which one you want.
Oh,
There
that's
we
why
go.
he's tapping the ring.
Yeah.
No, he's saying
Okay.
he's taken and that you can't flirt with him. He's
Sorry, guys. You can't mac on me anymore.
Yeah. All right, so
Oh, damn.
DJ, I got Heat Metal, Scorching Ray, Shatter, Spider Climb, and Vortex Warp.
Vortex Warp.
And the player in me says Vortex Warp, but we're gonna go like this. What was number 3?
Shatter.
Shatter it is.
Shatter's
Okay.
nice. What level spells can you take?
You can take 5 total levels.
5 total levels. Okay.
Yeah, so like
That's
3
2
1
right
levels
there.
and a 2 level. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I've used all of my second levels, so you can't have suggestion.
That's fine.
Good.
Don't need to be
You don't
giving
want Sammy suggesting anybody anything?
God, that sounds horrible.
You can have a slow if you want.
Oh, slow's dope.
It was
Going
great.
slow at
but-
third level?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's not many second levels left.
true.
Yeah.
I mean,
We just
let's
said it, leveled spells, right?
Yeah.
She can have 1 second and 1/3. That's fine.
That's totally fine.
We just
I've
thought
got
you were
2
out of
open
higher level
slots.
spells. So
I'm just out of 2.
Guys
Fine, I'll
gambling
take-
really hard on not having any sort of encounters for the night.
Exactly.
Burning
That's
some
what I was
high-level spell slots.
Couple.
We can always escape.
And I'd rather
through the
do it now
pool.
than tomorrow.
John, it's okay. I have Mage Hand, okay?
Nice.
we're set.
Everything all right.
The ultimate spell. If you want to part with the 3rd level slow, I have no problem with that.
as long as we get a long rest tonight, yeah.
Well,
you
we
take it
won't know
slow.
until the long rest happens. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
fair.
no take backsies.
So-
I give it freely.
Right,
Okie
there you
dokie.
go. That's it. And I'll say thank you guys. I appreciate that. And, I hope that this works out for us.
Arv, after hearing Herc, just kind of, no, I don't want to be put to sleep. I'll be fine.
Okay.
He just kind of curls up, resting his head on top of his robe, looking over the fire, just like in a small ball, his knees up to his chest. Eventually closes his eyes, doesn't open them again. Ever. No, just kidding.
I wouldn't put it past you.
All right, Sammy's on first watch. Anybody else doing
So-
anything before watches start?
It's sleepy time.
Pretty spent.
Yeah, man. It's been a day.
Okay.
So Sammy takes off his armor and looks over the acid wash that happened while he was in the gelatinous cube and just kind of like rolls it up into a bundle and just sits on it. Just kind of looks around, occasionally scratching himself. Just kind of bored.
This incredible detail is so riveting.
So riveting.
Paints a picture, I can see it. Alrighty.
Wanders about.
Do you now? How far away do you wander?
Oh, just within the firelight. That's it. Nothing egregious. Just like sitting up and walking around. I might hear like the occasional rock drop, and I'll up and move a little closer to where I thought it was, but wouldn't leave the light of the fire.
Yeah,
I'd probably
eventually.
stoke it a little bit.
Yeah. Listening. Kind of what you said, just the occasional ambient noise. It was probably just a rock moving its way through and falling down into some other rubble, or the winds kind of moving through the halls, coming out into this open area. But your watch goes by uneventfully.
I'll go over to Herc and a little rustle.
Who, just out of curiosity, who has the book?
Sammy.
Sammy does. Where
Yeah.
did you place it?
It is in my pack right now. And I intend on using my pack as a pillow once I lay out for the night.
Okay. Just wanted to keep note of that. Herc.
Just there's some fallen rocks. There's obviously the water.
Yes.
Just do your thing. Keep an eye out and don't wander off too far.
You got it, Chief.
Obviously not a long night, but I can't tell the night, but
So what happened? Is it true? Like the ball just like zapped him?
something arced out from it and hit him. I couldn't really see. The light was so bright and it was there, seemingly uninjured, but just completely dumbfounded. Where he was, who I was, who he was.
Yeah. He said some funny stuff before he ran off, didn't he? Well, I don't really remember it now.
Just look, whatever we do, can't use the book all really. Can't just read it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board. After I saw Riker throw up. Good caution, Sammy. Good call. I was like, it's just a book. What can it do? But
Whatever
not
you
such
do,
a nice book after all.
nobody else can touch that book. Nobody.
Where is it now?
It's in my pack.
All right,
And,
well, that includes you.
Be
careful.
There's no intention of flipping through those pages. So,
Good head.
but if you need anything, I'll be right there by the fire. And Herc, be careful.
Of course. I try to like give him like a hug.
I'll give him a one over hug. Yeah. You're part of this team, so.
Of course I am. We're a team. You're tough. I'm tough.
You're tough. I'm just there.
Nah. You're tough.
I'm quick.
That's a kind of toughness. Well, sleep well. You've earned it. We all have.
Well, we did. We do have earned it.
All right. I would just chill.
Not even rolling a perception. Fuck it. YOLO.
YOLO, baby.
I'm not even looking. I'm gonna go dip my toes in the water.
Yo, is Hurt going skinny dipping by himself?
I probably start to zone out. I think I get kind of occupied with Arv and just like I find it so wondrous, in a curious way, just like somebody like forgetting everything. It just really tickles his most fanciful dreams. Like, wow, does he really not remember? What does that mean? But he can talk and yeah, just going wild with that.
Okay. Yeah. Sitting there, looking at him while he sleeps and just imagining what it must feel like. Your night passes by, as far as you know, uneventfully, oblivious to your surroundings. But eventually, you feel that you've been on watch long enough. There's no moon in the sky that dictates how long it's been, but you kind of snap out of your fantasy and realize that you still feel tired and you should probably wake somebody up.
Riker,
Yeah.
your turn, I think.
Oh, yeah. That sounds right.
Phew. Glad I got that right. Crazy, right? About Arv.
I mean, what Miss Arsis and I saw was a crazy bundle of magic. Who knows what that thing is capable of?
Yeah, or that book.
And the book, I don't even want to think about it. That thing is just concentrated magic.
Yeah. Well, you've never heard of anything like that happening, right? You work with dead people, not people who...
I know amnesia can occur if you hit your head hard enough, but not specifically with magical orbs doing that.
And people get better after how long from that? Is it? Or does it...
Amnesia, they typically don't.
They don't? It never goes...
I mean, it has happened, but it's just statistically speaking, they're likely to not recover.
Wow. All right, good night.
I'm leaving her on just the sourest note.
Okay. What do you do during your watch?
So, like, Wrecker will still be paying attention, but kind of given all the chaos that happened, during this day, Especially with the big decision that he made. Riker just feels like he needs to like center himself, kind of just get like a bearing, because he is very like just overwhelmed with everything that's happened. So he actually takes out a book and starts reading it. So characters are asleep, but the camera zooms in, and the title of the book is "The Marvelous Adventures of Riker."
Oh Jesus.
Whoa. Is this one of those where you can pay for Riker or a name to be put into like a Dr. Seuss
No,
book type
that's
of
where
deal?
Riker. No, so this is where Riker got his namesake.
Oh.
It's his
So-
Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to be reading from that, just kind of help
Interesting.
chill him out a little bit. Yeah.
That's right, because Riker isn't your. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Fucking love that dude. That's so cute.
Give me
Thanks.
give me a perception check.
All right. 16.
Okay. With a 16, as you're reading, every now and then you take a moment to survey your surroundings, and you hear a scuffle above you, and it causes you to kind of put a pin in your book and look up, even step back and kind of walk up the stairs to the southern end of the picture that you see there. Walking up the stairs looking, because this is a distinct noise you hear, something moving. And as you climb about halfway up, you eventually see the reflection of the fire glow across two small eyes. And eventually, jumping down onto the rocks, you see the cat that had led you down here.
Just Riker was already like in the process of loading his rifle, and just sees the cat. Oh, and just like talking to the cat. I'm glad it's you, but don't scare us like that again. I assume it doesn't talk back, but he just says that to it,
No.
not knowing what else to do.
Yeah. And it just kind of curls up next to, close to the fire. At first, kind of sprawling out and scratching its back on the sand, and then curling up and absorbing the heat.
Well, I suppose you can spend the night with us.
But the rest of your watch goes by uneventfully.
All right. Yeah, after that, Riker will bookmark his page, put the book back, and go wake up Rin. Oh, Miss Rin,
Yeah.
we have a guest joining us. Points to the cat. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, it's totally fine. How do you always seem to get the furry creatures during your watch? Did you see a bird or a bunny last time?
Shit, I actually don't remember. I don't know if that makes me lucky or unlucky, but I guess it is what it is.
Thanks, Riker. Are you doing all right?
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm not exactly sure. I'm still thinking about things.
Well, you can always talk to me if you need anything.
I appreciate that. I honestly still coming to terms with what happened. I still don't quite believe that we made it out of there all alive.
I know his prediction really seemed to miss the part where we killed him.
From my understanding, it almost seems like there were multiple possibilities. He just might not have known which one was going to happen.
Yeah.
Almost like a a multiple choice, I suppose.
Tree diverting into branches.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. I'm glad we made it out. I still in just disbelief, and I honestly just want to get out of here.
Me too. Well, get your rest. Don't think too hard about this.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have much of a choice there. And he'll go back to sleep.
Okay. Rin, what do you do on your watch? The last watch of the day.
Yeah, Rin's probably gonna just kind of be wandering around the little like perimeter there. Every once in a while, she's gonna kind of gaze at Sammy's backpack. She's not gonna do anything about it, but she's just gonna be thinking about it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
What's a 24 do?
You see into the future.
I
No.
mean,
You
I
see
hope
the
so.
multiverse.
That's like the fucking plan here.
It is quiet outside of the same noises of the waterfall, of the, which actually isn't that quiet at all, but
Calming white
Soothing.
noise.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, but you get the feeling that there's nothing left down here to explore. You have accomplished everything down here that you possibly could have. And before you know it, some of the others start to stir awake, Arv being the first. Kind of sits up and looks over at you. I really don't know.
Feeling.
I really don't know if I want to dive into that water.
I think it's our best way out, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's just one dangerous thing and then you can be done with it for a little while.
Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? Where are you gonna take me?
Well, I mean, in the end, it's up to you. You can come with us. We would like you to come with us, I think. But you have the ability to contact Suzail. I can't remember if it's separate from what was in your spell book. You could go home. I don't know if it'll feel like home.
How do I do that?
I don't know. I don't.
Out of character. Did he have a sending stone or could he just cast sending?
Sending doesn't go that far.
Sending goes
what
all
was it
across
then?
the entire plane. That's not true.
A sending stone does?
No,
Oh, you're
sending
right. I was
a
thinking
spell.
message. I was thinking
Yeah.
message. Yeah, message. Yes. Let me double check his character sheet. I don't think it's a spell.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think it's actually part of something else that he has.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought, but I couldn't quite remember.
Oh. No. Being an arcane user yourself, if given the opportunity, if you tell him it's a spell, opening up his book, you could help navigate to the page and actually find that it is in his spell book.
Okay. I mean, would I be able to cast that once I read it? Okay. Yeah.
No,
Okay. Figured that would be the answer.
no, your magic comes from a different source.
For my rockin' musical skills.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean, perhaps if you read through this and try to connect with something in yourself, you can contact home. I don't know that you'd be able to contact anyone, though, because you don't actually know them anymore.
Morbid.
Yeah. He reads over the spell several times. I don't remember anybody back home.
Okay. Well, I guess you're stuck with us for a little while then. I suppose you could stay in Gwarch, but I wouldn't recommend that. That's the city above us.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't really have a choice.
You know, we keep calling you Arv because that's who you were before, but is there something else you'd like to be called by? Now that you're, experiencing things new?
I don't feel anything or even need for a name. Arv is fine, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. New for all of us.
The rest of you eventually come to wake with Rin and Arv having a small conversation, and you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Thank God.
Long rest. Take my long rest. Get
So,
all my spells back.
just as a point of maintenance, did anybody else have any objection to Arsis and the Ion Stone of Insight?
Oh yeah, we should probably divvy some of that stuff up, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Shaw brah.
So nobody has any opposition to that?
I mean, I don't.
Unless Arsis does.
I'm sure I could take use from it. It helps me see a little bit better.
Dude, Herc needs the Cloud Giant strength.
It's a potion, so yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Also, Arsis and I, if everybody again is cool with it, we'll split the +3 arrows.
I mean, shit, I'm not going to use them.
I didn't think anybody else. That's kind of why I asked Ren in private. Does she use a short bow?
I have a bow.
We'll split that up. Healing potions.
I think Bryn needs at least one of those.
Yeah, baby.
That's fine.
I put myself in the line of fire way more than I should.
Can I take on the Crystal Ball of True Seeing?
For it.
I think I should have that.
I think you should have a big ol' hug.
Ooh, scrying. That's fun.
All right, I'll trade the crystal ball of true seeing for a big ol' hug. I'll make that deal.
All right, so my passive perception just became a 20. I'm kind of creeping up there on your end.
Good. We get to
But
be
my
the girls who
active
see it all.
perception check is now a +10.
Nice. All right.
You give that to me, I could have cooked a better meal for y'all. Just
Maybe.
saying. Just saying.
All right, so Ren, did you take a greater potion of healing?
Yeah. I'll take one of those.
Who's taking the other and who's taking the supreme?
I think Herc should have at least one of those.
Supreme.
Let's give him the
And then
supreme.
Supreme
probably
King.
Sammy. I feel like they're the
Supreme.
ones who get hurt the most. Oh shit, I get
What?
hurt quite a bit. I've died.
You take the greater. That's fine.
Yeah, maybe the
Okay.
one who's literally died.
All right. So Herc, add a supreme
Unfortunately,
healing.
a potion wouldn't have saved me then.
Yeah.
Add a supreme healing and a cloud giant strength to your character sheet.
Herc, also take the 2 potions of vitality.
Both of them?
Why not? We need him on the front line more than anything, and regaining the maximum hit points for all his hit die. He can divvy them out if we decide to take a short rest. He can hold on to them.
That's true. Alrighty.
Potions and
So,
potions.
sorry. Question for you guys. So,
Bless you.
with my I had to attune to the crystal ball of true seeing, so I took off one of my attunements, so it frees up one of my infusion slots. So
Who
My
wants
question-
what?
so my question is, so here's what I have. I
Literally
can
have no magic items.
I can give someone a +1 to the AC, +1 to attack and damage rolls to their weapon, or I can make someone a Boots of Winding Path, so as a bonus action, you can teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space.
Those are all amazing.
That last one sounds
I can
really
only
sick.
make one, so only one of you will get one of those.
Yeah. Now it's up to you to decide if you like Rin or Sammy better, because both of them are drooling.
Yes.
I mean, we'll have to fight over it. I'm not choosing, you
I'm
know.
not fighting Rin. I like Rin. Rin's alright in my book. So far.
Well, I'll take it then.
She wants the fancy teleportation boots.
Yeah, give me them boots, boy.
Okay.
I
They're
want
called
some sick boots.
they're called the Boots of the Winding Path.
So the winding path.
I'm not sure you'll find them because they're custom infusion, but
Oh.
I'm gonna
Um,
fix that,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
it's not a regular magic item, but
Yeah.
I will just take a screenshot for you.
after the session, sometime before next session, I'll add something, and I'll create a custom magic item that you're able to attune to or something. Because it takes up one of her attunement slots, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
All right. Last point of order before we continue on. Keep in mind, Arsis, to gain the benefit of that stone.
I
you
have to have it floating above my head.
Okay, yeah. So, do you have it floating above your head currently?
Like, I kind of want to, but at the same time, I don't want it to get stuck on something under the cave, so I would probably put it away for now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just make sure when if you count for it in your rolls that you have the understanding that it is floating above your head.
Yep.
Just another thing for us to decide whether or not it's showing when we go somewhere. All right. Arsis, I believe, or I mean, I guess everybody, it's showtime. Did you decide whether or not one person was swimming out first, or is everybody swimming all
I
out?
believe I'm going to scout all the way to the end to see if we can make it. We figured that would be safer than us all trying to go and get stuck down there.
Okay.
And then I've also resummoned Ardu as a cold, so light dragon. That way, if he has to make ice for footholds or something to help me while swimming, I think that he'll be more useful than a fire or lightning.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, you're able to do so. Okay.
So I don't know how long this is gonna take. I can come back up soon. Maybe magic message stuff might work once I'm through. Because swimming upriver is much harder than swimming down.
I can message you every like 30 seconds or a minute if you want.
How much stone can message penetrate?
That's a fantastic question. Let me check on that.
I think it's a foot.
Yep, 1 foot of stone.
Okay. Thinking about it, as smart as you are, you'd probably realize that you wouldn't be able to message for very long before it became ineffective.
We could also take a rope and make it, a couple 100 feet. We tie all ropes together.
Yeah, I suppose that even four of us have ropes, that's 200 feet.
So, yeah, why don't we do that? See how long it takes.
All right. I'll do it.
You'll do
Alrighty.
what, Herc?
Tie the ropes together. Somebody's got to do it. I know you're all looking to me to do it. I'll do it.
I mean, I'm perfectly capable of tying ropes.
Now you're gonna go out there and swim. Let me tie the ropes.
Once the ropes are tied first before I swim.
Yes, I better get started then.
If you really want to, Herc, I appreciate you offering to help.
Well, I'll do it. Yep.
I'll tie some of the ropes together, and I guess Herc will tie the other ones.
Okay. All right, you're able to tie them together. Okay. Arsis, give me a
All right.
survival check.
Okay. And Ardu is coming with me.
See, like a kickboard for you.
23.
Awesome. Taking a deep breath and kind of remembering the different spots where you were able to come up, following that same type of pattern of sticking as close to the surface of the water as you could to be able to identify the air pockets. You make your way until eventually you feel the snag of your rope. You look back to see if it's caught on something, but unfortunately, you've just reached the end of it.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm going to debate whether I should go back and let him know that it's more than 200 feet or if I should just continue on. And she's gonna drop the rope. She's gonna go on a little farther.
Those
I
of you
assume they're pulling
on
the rope back.
yeah, I'm wondering
It's gone slack.
on this side, how
She's dead.
how would you react to the?
You know what? I'm gonna have Ardu hang onto the rope and get pulled back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna explore a little bit farther up. You go back and you let the others know I'm safe.
What happened to her, Ardu? What happened to her?
Can the dragon speak common?
He just
No, but he can lick
starts
your nose.
starts
Did you fall
barking
in
and
the
like,
well?
yeah. Did she fall in the well? That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Ardu, why did you leave her?
No.
I know
We gotta go
Willow's nose.
swimming now.
Eventually, you reach a point where you can't find top. The ceiling is a gradual climb, but as you get to a point, your fingers slip off of the ceiling and you're reaching up, trying to find that point, and you start to begin to swim up. And you're not finding anything. Do you continue to swim forward, or do you continue to swim straight up?
Straight up.
As you swim straight up, eventually you start to see some coloration, some reflection coming through the water. And eventually you start to hear muffled sounds, vibrations, reminiscent of footfalls. And as you finally breach the surface of the water, gasping for air, you are underneath some of the docks. You can hear footfall of patrons at different shops and things outside in the lake of the
That's
small
me.
town of Gwarch. Yeah.
Okay. Being that I'm good at this shit, how long do I think it was from the time I let go of the rope to when I was able to get out?
It was probably about another 5 minutes, but it wasn't 5 minutes of straight holding your breath. Probably the longest period of time that you had to hold your breath was your ascent, and it was probably just a little shy of a minute.
Okay. So it's gonna be a struggle because y'all took the rope away, but I'm gonna attempt to swim back up to the lake.
Did you say we all took the rope away that you dropped?
You mean you mean swim back to where they're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know I've been swimming for probably about 30 minutes at this point, and I'm probably pretty exhausted, but
So here's what I need you to do for me.
okay.
It's very easy to follow a one-way path following the ceiling, but now, having swam up, you have to find the entrance again. In the murky waters of Gwarch, you have to find the hole that you had come from. I need you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because of the surroundings of the water being murky.
So if I poke my head under and I see that the water is kind of murky,
Mm-hmm.
can I go ahead and cast light from my purple dragon ring to help?
You can cast it. It won't make much difference far away. Like, it's kind of like when you turn on your brights in the fog. Sure, you might be able to see a little bit better 5 feet in front of you, but beyond that, it turns the fog like practically opaque.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, it'll still be, unfortunately, with disadvantage.
That one.
Oh,
It's okay.
Taking a deep breath and swimming down below. Do you actually you swim all the way down trying to find the hole, correct?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, swimming down and knowing that it took. How long can you hold your breath for?
I have a strength score of 13.
it's Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, Constitution's a 12, still +1.
Creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its Constitution modifier, minimum of 30 seconds.
So 2 minutes.
What's your Constitution? Oh, yes,
+1.
that is correct. Okay, so 2 minutes. Yeah. You get down, and it took you just a little less than a minute to get to that point. And fearful that you can't spend a whole lot of time down there, you end up resigning to the fact that you need to come back up for air.
Okay. So knowing that, and knowing that I have this kind of supernatural connection with Ardu, I will attempt to get to beckon him and let him know that it's safe, and get him to try to jump back in the water. So Ardu will start jumping around and nudge Rin and
Dead.
Can't believe this. Why would she just let go of the rope? Like, we don't know anything now.
And Ardu's trying to splash into the water, just trying to get you all to join him.
Ardu
Like a
wants
dog
us to
would.
save her, but where do we know to go? Can't even
We
swim.
don't.
It doesn't matter. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Oh, no, don't you go. You're the only one of us that can swim.
I can go. I'm okay at swimming. I can at least see what's going on.
I won't let go of the rope.
Thanks. I won't go past it.
Unless I have to.
I'll come back if I'll give a tug, and you can pull me back if I need it.
All right, well...
Wait, one tug means pull back. But 10 tugs means pull me back.
The fuck?
Wait, one tug
Wait,
means...
One tug means follow me. One tug means follow
Okay.
me.
What if we
Oh,
accidentally
okay.
tug?
I won't.
Can we have
10
an
tugs
undo
means
tug?
follow me, and then 1 tug means pull me back.
That's too many tugs.
I'm still frantically trying to search for the entrance. I'm gonna spend a few minutes in the water doing that
Okay.
till I get exhausted and have to find a place to get out of the water and rest.
Okay. Eventually, like
Realize we didn't talk about this with Arsis.
you climb up onto kind of like the pontoons of the floating docks, and kind of sopping wet, sitting there for a moment. Little goblin creature comes up. What, are you fishing down there?
Sound like he's from Boston.
Something like that.
He's from Gwarch.
Did you get anything?
Yeah.
Well, come on then. Let me see your spoils.
No. What do you think the odds of the Goblin King opening up that hatch again is?
He opened the hatch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see him open it the first time. I've never really go into the city. I just come here from the tents on the outskirts and see this right here. This is my plot of the lake, and this is where these are my fish. Anything that's caught here, it's technically mine, so that's why I want to see what you caught.
Oh, I didn't get any fish.
But you already said that you did, so I'm gonna need to see your fish.
No. And right now, I suggest you just back off.
You're gonna take on the Goblin City yourself over fish.
I've had kind of a bad day, and I'm just gonna wait. Either I'm gonna wait here for my friends to arrive, or I'm gonna go up top and try to get your Goblin King to open that hatch again so we can get him out.
What do you mean, wait for your friends to arrive? Are they down in there in their waters too?
Something like that.
And he walks away and his hands thrown up in the air. Can you believe this? There's people down there fishing in my waters and I didn't even know.
John.
So much poaching.
Is there a way to kind of climb up onto the dock so I get back into the city?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Okay. So I'm gonna beeline straight to the Goblin King.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm
This
sopping
is-
wet. I'm a very frustrated ranger.
Okay.
And Rin is gonna attempt to make it through the hole.
John, a quick question for you. As we're, as Ardu's like doing this thing, we're trying to figure out what happened to Arsis.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use my crystal ball of true seeing to cast scrying on
Okay.
Arsis to
Nice.
see if she made it.
There you go. That's your big brain right there, buddy. Big brain moment. Like, let's go play with this new thing.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, I have this. I have a crystal ball. I can see where people are. Oh, I should probably use this.
Right before Rin starts to go.
She's like, wait, I'm ready.
She's like swimming, and Riker's like, oh wait, oh, never mind.
Okay, you can pull it back.
Just because I didn't tug doesn't mean you can't pull me back.
Pull me back, bro.
Is that 10 tugs or 1 tug? I don't remember.
5, 6. Guys, what does 6 tugs mean?
Is she hungry?
Well, if they've gotten to 6, they
Enough
would probably
tugs,
go
pull
to
her.
10, right?
Well, but what if they only go to 5? That's halfway to 10.
Maybe there was something at 7 or 8.
Wait,
You're more
it's like 7, 8. Oh, I lost count. 1, 2. 3.
Well, what's 3 tugs mean?
All right. So here's the deal.
Okay.
Arsis, because you don't know that this spell is being cast on you, you cannot voluntarily fail it. Would you say, Arsis,
Mm-hmm.
that Riker has firsthand knowledge of you, as in he has met you, or familiar, meaning that he knows you well.
I would
Aw.
say familiar. We've had a couple moments. We've gotten to be quite close.
Okay.
Of everyone in the party, Rin and Riker are our best friends.
Okay.
Good thing we don't have MySpace. Might start a war with that kind of talk.
All right, so I need you.
Herc. You're just not close to her the way the other two are.
I need you to make a wisdom. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. The spell save is going to be 22.
Jeez.
So I have to beat a 22 to not be fried on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. I have to roll a 19 or a 20.
Well, let's go.
I did not.
That's still
Rolled
pretty.
really
that's pretty
well.
good,
Just barely.
yeah.
But
Great roll.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. As you cast Scry, you can see Arsis frantically running through the pier, making it straight, kind of cutting in between the different creatures of Gwarch, and heading in towards. The thing can move, right? When you scry on a target, it stays within a certain, remaining within 10 feet of it. Sensor
plus,
moves with the
this
target.
crystal ball, I have true sight with a radius of 120 feet centered on like the target.
Dope. Okay. Yeah, so Arsis, you are able to run through and you make it to the gate. Do you try to bolt past the guards that were out there?
No, because I'm not trying to make a ruckus yet. I'll slow down and just kind of like walk and see what they do.
They look at you, and the one you can see that was the same as that you had seen out there before, with kind of the crazy eyes, and he's making weird little noises and tries to jut out you and make a little scare. The other one, new, not the same one that you spoke to before. What's your business here in Gwarch?
Gotta talk to the king.
Don't we all, lady? Take a seat.
I plan to inside.
No, I'm sorry. What's your
I was
name?
already
What's your
inside.
business?
I just fell in. Ours is Brightwing. We've already talked to him once. I fell in. I gotta go get the rest of my friends. They're inside. If you just let me pass, we'll go. We'll just.
You fell
forget this
in
ever happened.
the water, so you have to go see the king?
Well, yeah, I gotta talk to you about the breach in the wall where I fell in.
This smells funny.
I know I smell funny. I will remedy that as soon as I get dry.
Crazy Eyes, you watch the gate. I'm following.
He knows me. He said he let me in last time.
And he just kind of chuckles in over there to himself. He's like, "Is that true?" And he just kind of fucking giggles maniacally. He's like, "All right, I think he does know you. Go ahead." Making your way in, hearing the raucous crowd coming from the familiar fighting pit. You're able to make your way to the
Okay, this
platform.
is gonna be reckless as fuck, but what I want to do is I want to run over to the king, like without like any like a surprise thing, and literally yank that is an amulet, right? That he used to open up that thing, right off his fat fleshy neck, and head straight over to the.
It's reckless as fuck.
It's reckless as fuck.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong can happen.
Okay.
I know, but I'm a little panicked and I'm a little
Yeah,
worried about you guys.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Mhm.
Riker,
John, why
having
don't you
seen
keep
all
us
this.
up on the crystal ball.
Yeah, it follows it within 10 feet. So you see her making her way through. You hear everything as if you were there.
Mhm.
Riker just like looks up at everyone. Guys, I'm not sure what Miss Arsis is doing, but she made it back up, so this is the right way. But she's also making her way through the city.
Okay, that's not terrible.
But she's not
What
dead.
is she doing?
She's going near the Goblin King.
Okay, that's all right.
Bastard.
I still going north towards Goblin King. What? As she like yanks the necklace off.
We'll
trying
see.
to.
Yeah, we'll see. So-
She's going for
Let's
it.
see this happen.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
roll.
So tell me how you're gonna do it. Remembering the way that the layout is, there's like little barricades, big wooden like spears that are up on all like 3 of the 4 sides, and then there's 2 small wraparound stairs that come around to the front, and there are bugbears standing at the front of those stairs, monitoring people coming up.
Can I climb up the back?
You're most welcome. You can certainly try. Yeah.
Oh, I do have a climbing speed.
Yeah, then this
Of course
should,
you do.
and realistically, climbing these wooden posts is not unlike climbing a skinny tree or a skinny branch, as you're able to kind of like wrap your legs and feet around and like shimmy up the back of the spear, or what is
if
it,
I
like a
can, I
palisade
wanna, like,
wall?
Yeah, land like directly behind him because he's probably on the top rung, if I remember correctly, where he sits.
Yes, he does. He sits on the top of the platform. Are you doing this stealthily, or are you doing it like you said originally, like a reckless trying to... Hold on. Are you smoking?
No? Who? DJ?
Yeah, DJ.
Oh, I have incense going. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I just saw smoke, and I didn't know if you were like going off screen and like...
Please hit so fucking hard.
Yeah, the arsonist just pulls out a
Matthew
cigarette.
McConaughey.
I don't know what's more offended, if he thinks that you're smoking, period, if he thinks you're smoking during his game.
I was
No,
more
it's
that you're smoking, period.
Incense.
Okay. No, I'll allow it.
DJ, just say no.
Thanks for telling me what I can and cannot do in my own house. I appreciate that.
Just say
You're
no.
welcome.
In a completely
Nice
different state.
cover, DJ. I saw you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
he just had the incense right there, and it just.
I distracted the shit out of John right there. No,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so...
she is going kind of fast. She doesn't want anybody to like catch on and stop her. So in her mind, speed over stealth in this particular instance.
Okay. No stealth check. Let me roll. Actually, let me just pull up the bugbear's passive perceptions. Let me go to the Gwarch map. You're not going, but I'm going.
I love how you derailed the entire campaign with your incense, DJ.
Really. Didn't even intend on that happening, but whatever it is. It is what it is.
Okay. All right. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay. A 16?
Okay. Now, you are able to make it in to grab this medallion as you climb up the back of the palisade wall and kind of slink behind his throne. And as you kind of reach over his shoulder in between like his arm holding up a giant turkey leg, you reach across the front of his chest and you can just feel the sweaty slime as you grab a hold of the medallion resting in between his breasts. Yeah,
Them is cooking grease right there.
yeah.
I think we figured out who has the best titties of the campaign.
Yes. And you grab a hold of the medallion. I need you to now make a strength check. So I guess an athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah, athletics
Okay.
check to yoink.
Bro's got the moves.
All right, and let me roll.
The dice are telling a story.
Oh yeah.
Whatever this number is. Oh, I guess he can't even beat it. You rolled a 21. Yeah, not even possible. as you reach across and you grab it and break it off, he last second like brings his turkey leg arm down, trying to stop what's happening, and you're already gone as you grab it and leap back across the wall, headed towards the gate to open it up to the dungeon below. And you can just hear him screaming out to the guards, but you're able to quickly slot the medallion into the door, and it opens up.
And then I'm just gonna yell down there, "I'm okay! You can get out! It's all right!" Because I believe it leads directly to this particular section. No, it leads up to a different section.
It does.
Yeah, you've got to walk down into it.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm still gonna...
It is echoey enough. And with the fact that Riker is scrying on you, he sees this unfold and can now see that the door is open.
But Arsis doesn't know what the crystal ball does.
No, yeah,
so...
I mean, yeah, you don't even know that you're being scryed upon since you failed.
No, yeah. But yeah, so my whole goal was to basically just let them know that I'm safe and that they can get out.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Riker just like looks up and to everyone and says, "Okay, I think that's our cue to try to just swim out of here."
Wait, why don't we just climb up the way we came in?
I don't know that I can climb like that.
It was
take my chances
it was
of
difficult
swimming than
enough getting
climbing.
down. I can't imagine trying to get up, especially in the middle of the city.
How high was it,
Well,
John?
200.
I think it was
200
like,
feet.
what, 200 feet, yeah. And
Do I
plus,
think I'd have trouble doing that?
I think you would have trouble lifting two of us up 200 feet versus helping us swim distance.
All right.
Y'all are wild.
One more.
Rope
So-
she goes.
time to get wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why are you scratching your head? That's what I want to know.
Gotta figure out consequences for me.
No, I'm more impressed that after she goes through the lengths of opening up the door, that you all still decide that the best route is to swim.
Oh.
I mean, yes,
it still
but
is the best
open,
route,
huh?
actually.
Yeah,
Of the
because-
two options, it's the safest.
my main concern is we pop up in the middle of that city and we're just surrounded by guards.
Yeah.
That's,
To mention,
I
what if we
suppose
get
that's true.
150 feet up
Yeah,
and
and
then one of us slips?
But we can
Yeah.
come back as I mean, we asked to go in there and they let us. We can just come back and
they expect
we'll have
us to
a tail.
die in here is the issue.
Not everybody.
And plus, with Arsis doing what she's doing, there's going to be guards, and they know that
Yeah,
we're
they've
with
got
her.
fair
Yes.
warning that we're
We are
coming.
gods now. We
Yeah,
survived the gauntlet of the dungeon.
The only
We are
thing my goal
gods.
was not to give you another option, but to let you know that first option was safe.
Yeah. And just scrying on her, I know that things are already hot up there, and if we go up there, we're probably going to have to fight our way out.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, I'm
it's,
dumb labor. Climbing or
it's-
swimming, I'll
yeah,
help you out.
it's valid either way.
So
Swimming is technically a safer option for sure.
I would honestly prefer to do the swimming at that point.
Okay, who's gonna be doing the lead swimming?
Herc.
Yeah, me.
All right, Herc, give me a survival check.
Oh, it's not athletics?
This isn't for you being able to swim. This is for
I
you to
would
be
have
able to.
explained
path.
before I went down about keeping your hand on the ceiling and making sure you hit the air pockets.
Okay, then survival
first
check
time I
with
went in.
advantage.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, because I would have, when I went in the first time, I'm like, okay, there's air pockets. As long as you stay along the top, you should be able to pop up. But let me see how far it goes.
Take a bardic on that.
What did Arthur say again? Never follow your nose.
Oh,
Silvery barbs. Roll again.
I can't say thank you.
I don't care if I go down as long as you're coming down with me.
All right. Everybody has at least a +1 modifier to their con, I think. I remember looking at it, right? So nobody should be running out of breath, except for maybe Arv. Let's double check Arv's
Or maybe
con.
Arv.
Let's double check Arv's con.
Damn it, Arv! If con with your dump stat, damn it.
Yeah, he has an 8 in con.
Dive into the water after Arv's fading corpse. I take him in a tight embrace.
Put your warm, hot lips on his to make sure he gets this last breath of life.
Jesus Christ.
It's that kind of campaign, isn't it?
Always has
Some
been.
things you
Always
don't
has
remember,
been.
but
You will remember this.
you don't remember it
Next
before. You and I were. It's really dark.
We shipped him with Riker. Damn it, you took Riker's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
So rude. Boyfriend stealer.
Too pretty.
Jesus.
All right. So he can hold his breath for a minute because he does have a con stat of 10.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those up, Arv.
Be an
No
adventure.
business being in a dungeon with a 10 con.
You
Come
do
on
not
now.
dump con in D&D 5th edition. God damn it.
Maybe I'll hand off like the leading to Rin, and I'll go in the back, and I'll like be pulling him along each time.
Yeah, Rin.
It's faster.
Sure, during one of the
You
little
inspired
pockets
me.
of air. Yeah.
So here's also the deal. Arsis had a swim speed. So she was able to move 30 feet per 6 seconds. Okay. You guys do not. Does anybody else have a swim speed?
Nope.
I don't.
If you make like boots of swimming or something like that for just Arv, you might make it Riker.
You know, if I had, if that was something I could do, I would, but I can't.
So he shan't.
I don't suppose.
But
There's
also
a
keep in
steep-
But
mind.
also, Rin can, as a bonus action every turn, teleports 15 feet,
That's very true.
so she can get at least ahead of the rest of us.
Yeah. I'm not worried about anybody else. I'm just trying to plan on my own for you guys will take twice as long to get up from that last point that took her
That's
a
fine.
minute. So you
Yeah.
have the constitution to do it. I'm looking up drowning rules. You guys are already gone, so this is happening this way regardless.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
We're gonna drag Arv's breathless corpse up to the water, try to resuscitate him.
Yeah, basically.
What is the medieval version of resuscitation?
Yeah,
They
punch him
do.
in the back of the head.
Bird.
You take off a limb.
You leech
Damn.
them.
What about
leeches.
Leeches. I was gonna say leeches. Leeches are involved somewhere, right?
Maybe I should
Somewhere.
have climbed.
Mutation is usually involved.
Maybe I should have climbed with him, and then the rest of you swim.
You guys are already swimming. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in.
Like
it
now.
now.
When a
Yeah.
We
creature
argued so much about.
Yeah. When a creature runs out of breath or is choking, it can survive a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1 round. At the start of its next turn, it drops to
Oh.
0 HP and is dying, and it can't regain hit points or be stabilized until it can breathe again.
And I guess you got to figure out where.
So,
we're
And
at
then
If
it-
it
as
takes
far
him
as-
3 rounds to die, that means he gets to basically do for half a minute.
Does he fail each of his death saves, or does he succeed his death saves?
Um,
That's the next question.
So it says, my interpretation of this is that you would continue taking death saves until dead or rescued. And it says, correct. Basic process works like this. Make death saves as normal. At 3 failures, you die. Success, do nothing until...
If he succeeds his death saves,
Yeah, if he succeeds
then-
his death saves, then he basically
Gets
would be
restarted.
able to...
He would be at stable, but he would still be unconscious.
Yes,
However,
correct.
He would still be the drowning condition, so he would start a new set of death saves.
Okay.
So we just need to make sure, or somehow.
I put the amulet on him.
Way.
Ren's amulet.
Yeah, too bad it's too late for him to attune.
I know.
Exactly. So, however,
We're in it now.
We can slow down and somebody can kill him for a little bit, which would bring him up and reset his death saves as well. So.
What? Wait. If he can't regain HP, would healing him do anything?
Oh, I missed that detail. That's right.
I'm gonna say no. Like it's
Okay.
like you're drowning. Like unless you find a way to put air into his lungs.
Okay. John, question for you then. So I have a bit higher of con. Could I don't know, through mouth to mouth give him some air? Would that help him out at all? If it cuts down my survival, but also it could also raise his. So that's what I'm asking.
See what he's saying, yeah.
No, you cannot directly breathe air into someone's lungs while swimming because the person's face would need to be out of the water to inhale the air, meaning they wouldn't be fully. No, I don't
necessarily agree.
Yeah, I don't either.
In movies, people blow air into another person's lungs constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's valid for real life survival, but I know in movies it happens all the time.
Like, realistically, I don't know. We're gonna make these deaths. We're gonna make the saves and see how the cards lie. I don't know. I don't think that shit would work. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the session, so we'll okay.
What else can we do?
Trying to find some way of like capturing air, but
people
like
are so.
Well, the
He
only
doesn't know
thing that
anything
I
anymore.
can think of that I didn't think of before is dumping my water skin and just filling it up with air and sealing it to the point where, hey,
That doesn't
somebody's a little low on air, jam it into their mouth, but
as soon as you
honestly, it's
open,
not a bad
but as
idea.
soon as you open your water skin, it's gonna
Yeah, it's
flood
gonna
with.
float out.
Like, obviously, it has the pressure of the air that's going to be coming in or coming out
Unless you
first.
open it up in your mouth to begin with.
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta really use your tongue to get it.
Like,
Yeah, we would have practiced that beforehand and gotten it perfect.
Yeah,
so
that's very important.
What that mouth do though?
these type of solutions,
What's that
while
pee-pee do?
we could theorize on whether or not they would work, the problem is you guys aren't going to realize that this is a problem until it's a problem.
Yes.
All the way up until
Yeah.
the final ascent, it's come and go, like pop your head up
The
every
question is, like-
30 seconds and get some air.
where are we at with Arv and the death saves then? Like, at what point does he start rolling death saves? Is like when we shoot up and we're still deep in the caves?
And Herc did say he was going to go into the back, so Herc would see him stop moving at some point.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm gonna say that it's gonna take you another 30 seconds or 5 rounds to get to the top. So the outcome will happen one way or the other within those 5 rounds.
Okay, so are you gonna roll publicly or are you gonna roll privately?
I'll roll publicly.
Okay.
Okie dokie. First death save for Arv as you all begin to save, and you can see Herc as you're swimming. Originally, he was kind of being pulled along by you because he doesn't know how or can't do it well. But you see him kind of flailing a bit, and you can see his head spasm and him start to panic. And the last thing he does is look back at you before you can see the bubbles stop coming from his mouth. And he starts to sink back towards you.
Okay, and how far along are we? We're like trying to come up right now?
Yeah, you're trying to
Or-
come up.
Oh,
Okay.
John. I can try one more thing.
Okay. First death saves a pass.
Vortex warp.
Yeah, but you have to see it.
Can I not see him?
No, you have to see
You're
where you're
going
putting
up.
him.
You're going up.
And it has to be on solid land.
Let me double check the spell.
It's okay. Can I use?
Oh wait, the chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without
Okay.
the target having to squeeze. So,
Do you have to be
I
able to
can-
see it?
I believe, yeah, I probably have to be able to see it.
You can't
Oh, no.
teleport very far then. Remember, I had already ruled with Arsis because of how murky the water is. She was
Yeah.
struggling to see. So, like, you're
If
only able to
okay.
really see 10 feet in front of you.
What if could I have like dancing lights going for
But
a little bit of light?
as she cast the light from her ring to be able to see, it was still
like
one of those
fog.
that, yeah, it's like fog when you cast your overhead lights. It actually makes it almost opaque, more difficult to see.
So hold on, wait. So we're already one death save in, and we're a success.
Mm-hmm.
Like our chances, we keep moving up. Because, knock on wood, we can succeed, and he starts it over again, and then perhaps we at some point would see the top, and then we vortex warp him up.
I mean, by that point, from what John's saying, we're pretty
Gambling.
much.
Okay, there's a loss.
One save and one fail.
I'm trying to bring him up. Is there any kind of exerted effort I could make? And
Do you have?
Houston.
Do you have?
These-
I would almost.
Wait, your channel divinity. Can you? What does that do again, Herc?
Enhances his strength.
yeah.
Maybe
Doesn't
that could
this
help
one
with
make him
this.
swim faster.
Yeah, I mean, strength could help you swim faster.
Doesn't necessarily.
Does it increase your
give us-
swim speed?
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
it does.
mechanically no, but to me it makes sense.
Yeah,
that it
flavor.
could.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, you can use your channel divinity to augment your athleticism. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, athletics checks, and dexterity acrobatics checks. You can carry, push, drag, and lift as twice as much weight as normal, and the distance
Okay.
of your long and high jumps increases.
If anything,
But-
he would have to maintain Peerless Athlete just to continue to swim at normal speed with Arv in his arms.
Okay. Well, let's do that at least.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. It was an oversight until you brought it up.
Yeah.
All right. 2 successes, 1 fail. As you guys get closer, gonna make one more before. What was the marching order or the swimming order? Herc was originally going first, but then he hung back at the wall.
So I believe Bryn was first.
Yeah, I think it ended up being me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryn, Riker, Sammy, Arv, and then her.
Yes!
Okay.
That's what we needed right there.
All right. So we were only going 5 rounds, and there was 4.
Yes.
So he does remain stable, as still unconscious, but stable, as you all emerge from the top of the water amongst the floating wreckage
Well, hells, if he wasn't afraid of water in his previous memory, he is now.
Rin
know.
tries to help pull him out since I assume since she's at the front, she's probably like already almost out by the time everyone else is coming.
Yeah. Quick point of order. Arsis, what are you doing? Like they had about 5-6 minutes of this traversal that you, having just stole the pendant off off of the Goblin King. What did you do? Did you stick around to interact with the guards, or did you book it?
It depends. If I see a way to escape, I will. If I don't, then I have a different plan. So if there's like a pathway where they haven't completely surrounded me yet, then I will head that way. And I don't mind literally jumping off the side of this town back into the water.
Yeah, okay. Looking around, give me a perception check.
Okay. $23.
Yeah, absolutely. The majority of the guards were near the fighting pit on that side, or all the way at the entrance, or around the walls. And as you look around frantically, you see a busted out portion of the wall directly behind one of the towers that is kind of collapsed. And you see a narrow space between where you were sitting on the door in front of the building, and you kind of squeeze in between the building and the tower and run up the rubble across the backside.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Before I jump off the edge of this building into the water, if I see anybody on my way, since that pit is now open, what I'll say is, there's a bunch of gold down there. I'm gonna drop like 10 gold coins at any goblins that are near me.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can see some of the goblins that were.
Doesn't want you to know, and I've got the amulet. It's like, he keeps all his gold down there.
You do have the amulet still?
I do have the amulet still. Yeah,
Okay,
the door's
yeah.
wide open.
You see some of the goblins that were sitting among the top row of one of the bleachers, looking out at the arena, literally leap over the backside as you're dropping some of the gold onto the ground, and they're all scurrying for it and grabbing it. And some of them even going and peering into the hole of what looks beyond. But you are able to safely make it, squeezing between the building. Definitely the Goblin King can't reach you. And making it up over the wall. And now you could jump back off into the water. But where you go from there?
Okay, so again, just knowing my background and my skill set, is there a place in the water where I could kind of be not readily seen if I like swim closer to the city? Or based on the topography, is it probably safer for me to swim towards the shore on the other side of the lake?
The lake's relatively wide, even though it might not have been described in the beginning. It's a relatively wide lake, and the amount of shops that you guys saw is minimal. Like you just scratched the tip of the surface of what this vast trading hub is to be, of interconnected wooden plank rubble, floating pontoons. With your smarts, you probably feel that if you jump off into this water and hold your breath, you could probably make it back to be underneath of one of the pontoons where your companions are most likely going to come up.
Perfect.
And that way you
That's
could
what
at
I
least
wanna do.
listen.
Mhm.
And
And Ardu is following behind Herc, by the way. He's got +2 to his con, so he has to hold his breath for 3 minutes.
nice, so he's good.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And then
So yeah, I'll come back and I'll kind of like hang on to the side of a boat and tread water and wait for everybody.
cool. That is where we'll pick up next time, with an Arv unconscious, water in his lungs, ready to be resuscitated.